There's a serious problem with how we view education. For decades, we've been taught to idolize a college education as the epitome of success and ultimate source of knowledge. Yet with the rise of punishing student loan debt and generations of graduates feeling lost beyond the classroom, I think it's fair to say our education system is broken. It's a system that no longer churns out individuals that are capable of thinking for themselves. Rather, it just produces clones that are better and better at memorizing and reciprocating information that's given to them. And even worse than that, as a byproduct of this broken system, once an adult leaves high school or college or whatever formal education they get, their education ends, their learning ends. They don't read books anymore, they don't learn any new skills, and their intellectual growth not only stagnates, it actually decays. And Plato described this and kind of foresaw this coming by stating, "Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion has no hold on the mind." And that, my friends, is the problem. As we move through the modern school system, we're taught to memorize more, depress our personal curiosity, and follow the path set before us. We get handed the same information, absorb it as fast as we can, regurgitate it on test day, and then proceed on to the next grade. And what happens is our learning gets constricted and confined by these arbitrary requirements such as a syllabus or exam or curriculum, and we end up shifting our attitude towards one of just checking a box rather than this process of discovery. And this learning isn't really learning because we don't come to any better understanding of the material. It's just memorization. The school system treats us like a copying machine where they put in some input and we're just supposed to reciprocate the information and output it during a test or to earn some degree. We all are forced down this singular, generalized path where we get the same information, take the same courses, pass the same tests, and we're just fit into this one singular box. We all have to conform to this curriculum, do it in this way. And the problem is that decentivizes personal exploration and this idea of self-education or discovery. We put so much value on this piece of paper, this degree that says we got the same information, passed the same test, got the same credits as the person next to us. And this isn't an advocacy for dropping out of college or that has no value. More, I'm advocating that we need to put the power back in the individual, put a higher value on personal exploration and the pursuit of knowledge, not just on getting your grades and checking off a box. We need to shift towards an attitude of lifelong learning. Being a lifelong learner means you aren't reliant upon a professor or an institution or a degree to obtain knowledge. You are in the driver's seat of your own education. It's the self-motivated journey of exploring topics, concepts, and ideas that spark your curiosity. This form of learning isn't centered around an exam or a deadline or some test you have to pass. It's solely fixated on enhancing your subjectivity and your understanding of the world and your place within it. And contrary to school, we're not reading for completion, we're reading for comprehension. So there's no rush or no pressure to work through something as fast as you can or just check off the box of reading a certain book. But you can actually take your time, digest the pages, think about what you're reading, explore it, go off track. You don't have some curriculum you have to stay within. You can read other topics, read other resources. And that's actually the beauty in it, is it's coming from this self-motivation, this genuine interest for a topic. And when you're genuinely interested in the topics you're reading about, the books you're reading, the writers you're reading, you don't have to worry about trying to find other resources because you're going to naturally, organically seek out these different resources. You're going to organically be thinking about, wow, I can't wait to get home and read more of that book, read more into this topic. It's coming from genuine curiosity, genuine excitement about what you're learning about. And the truth is, there's no excuse not to be learning. We live in this 21st century where we have the internet, we have infinite resources at our fingertips. In our pockets, we have something that can pull up more information in seconds than the most enlightened minds could figure out in their entire lifetime. It's all at our fingertips. You can order a book on Amazon Prime and have it in your hands, ready to read in less than 48 hours. It is incredible. There's online courses on YouTube. You could watch a video on how to do graphic design, start a freelance business. There's no excuse not to be constantly learning. And you could never read every book that there is, and that's the beauty of it. That's actually a good thing. There is no endpoint. There is no long-term, goal. Once you reach this, you don't have to read or learn anymore. It's this lifelong learning, this attitude of continuously learning. It's the pursuit of knowledge for the value of knowledge, not for the value of using it to get a degree or a certain job. It's this perpetual cycle of learning, and that's what's so great and exciting about it. Because there's always more to learn. There's always new concepts, new ideas being written about and talked about. There's always opportunities for more mental, emotional, physical, intellectual growth in your life. At the end of the day, I hope that we can start to view education beyond the lens of just that formal setting, that classroom setting where we're taking a test, checking a box, and getting a degree. I hope we can start to view education, and specifically this attitude of lifelong learning, more about how knowledge can enrich our lives, enhance our understanding, and allow us to start to think for ourselves and put the power back in the individual. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you guys share similar thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. What are you thinking if you're still in school, if you're out of school? How do you adopt this attitude of lifelong learning, or how do you approach education beyond the formal setting? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you thought it added some value to your life. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.